this is how we kind of greet. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Wow, you guys look gorgeous. Cantor, I want you to look out at this wonderful collection here. How much red, white, and blue is here? How many of you went into your drawers and looked for the red, white, and blue? How many of you were so excited because you could only wear it once a year?
Here's the Shabbat bride.
Yeah, exactly. I was looking at Iris coming across here with her red, white, and blue pants on. And Ken's got his red, white, and blue shirt. I think it's pretty nice. We were actually debating, should we have a service on July 4th? Because it's kind of busy, you know, on certain days. And I said, yeah, I think we talked about it. Because this is what a wonderful way to celebrate July 4th by coming here. The fireworks are later anyways. How many of you I don't even know, are you going to fireworks? Yeah. How many of you like fireworks? Let's start with that. How many of you don't like fireworks? How many of you have a pet that does not like fireworks? If you read in the Buffalo News today, the main column in the editorial, they wrote in, they want a pet-friendly July 4th. It's true. Our pets actually, we have 2 dogs. They're okay. How did your fish? Did they like, when you had fish? You still have fish? Birds.
The birds, no, the birds were fine.
They sing along.
Kind of insulated, yeah. Yeah, Paquita got me in a lot of trouble during the pandemic. She'd want to sing along with every song. And the further I would move her away, the louder she would sing. So it was just like,
she can't be contained. She was asking to be signed up for
who
cantorial
remembers
school.
Paquita singing all through the pandemic? Every service. Oh, she was there.
All right, let's take a nice deep breath of this fresh Shabbat air. We breathe in all the holiness in our life, and we breathe out all of that other stuff. All that stuff that's on the news channel. You know what I mean. Just get rid of that right here. There's no news here. Between these corners of the tent, we kicked out all the anchor people. And we decided this is a safe zone from all politics. So here is only happy and good times. We're going to have a beautiful Shabbat service. We're so happy to have Adam Biter here again for his 3rd summer. And he is a master of this, and he is now a college graduate. He's a full adult. You're a full adult now. Forget the bar mitzvah. We did the bar mitzvah here. The graduating college, that's something. And of course we have Ken Kaufman, who I am so lucky. I have 2 American ties, one American flag one, and then the other one's the Constitution tie, and then we would have been matching, which I did look at it. I was like, Ken might wear this. So I wanted to read, Ronnie DeBrown sent me something from a rabbi she knows through the Musar Institute, Rabbi Harvey Whitaker. He wrote a beautiful email celebrating July 4th. A Jewish reflection. As America celebrates its independence on July 4th, we remember not only the birth of a nation, but the diverse communities that helped shape its founding ideals. Among them, Jews. Though few in number at the time, played a meaningful role in the American story from its earliest days. Chaim Solomon, a Polish-born Jewish immigrant, helped finance the Revolutionary War, sacrificing personal fortune to supply Washington's army. Jewish communities in colonial cities like New York, Charleston, and Philadelphia voiced their desire for liberty alongside their Christian neighbors, linking the exodus from Egypt to the struggle for American freedom. The values enshrined in the Declaration of Independence, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness resonate deeply with the people long familiar with oppression. For American Jews, the new republic offered a chance to live with dignity, to worship freely, and to contribute fully. On Friday evening, as we watched the fireworks and sing patriotic songs, We honor both the founders of the nation and those in every generation who worked to fulfill its promise. July 4th is not just a national celebration, it is a Jewish celebration of hope, justice, and freedom. It's beautiful, right? Okay, so we had our opening song. Are we ready? We have another thing.
Bruce wants to say.
Oh, Bruce needs to welcome everyone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we moved inside. This is Bruce is my, we're going to be traveling to Philadelphia together.
We're going to be busmates. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom. Knock, knock. Who's there? Woo. Woo-hoo, we're under the tent. Another season begins, and it's a new tent at that. Has everyone checked out the new tent that we have this year? Very nice. And what a perfect night for our first outdoor service of the year. We're off to a good start. And we have a wonderful
Except I almost forgot you.
Well, yeah, other than that. We have a wonderful service planned this evening. We're going to do the Kenny.
They're
That's
not
your
getting
cue.
the
That's your
joke.
cue.
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know, play the Kenny. Play the Kenny. Anyway,
Play the Kenny.
we've rounded up our usual suspects, and we're ready to begin. And kicking off the best time of the year at Congregation Church, the summer season under the tent. And it's not just that we're out here in Hawaiian shirts and shorts. It's very spiritual out here in the summertime. We're communing with nature. There's Rich putting garbage in the dumpster. Look at that. That's his way of communing with nature. But seriously, we're out here. We're closer to God, and this is how it's meant to be. So I personally am so looking forward to this summer. Of course, I missed all of last summer, so it's good to be back for that. And we're going to have a good summer. We're going to have one. Oh my God, do you have stuff planned?
I know
I feel
every
like
day,
every week.
Every
Every week
weekend,
it's something
a
else.
Special guest artist. Whew.
Anyway, so I'll let them
miss any
take.
of them.
I'll let them take over, and I'll be back later with the announcements. We have a lot of stuff coming up in the month of July. So Shabbat Shalom, and welcome back to the tent. Thank you for almost remembering.
If you haven't had a chance to see, Bruce had a wonderful article about kind of his recovery from last year in the Buffalo News, and it was an ode to friendship. And I know we have some of the friends
Many of them are here tonight. Many of them are here tonight.
And it's a beautiful story, I think, personally, also about community, the role that we have to help one another out. So thank you. If you haven't had a chance, I think it was, what day, Bruce, what day was it on? What day did it
It
come?
was
Wednesday?
Wednesday the 2nd. We emailed it out. It was in today's.
Oh, okay,
weekly
perfect.
email blast.
So take a look in your email, guys. Okay, so we are ready. Did we already do Shabbat Shalom?
No, we didn't. But
Okay, well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Then you know this is the clapping part, right? Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
our lab buddies, and Liz, if you want to join, both Laura and Andrea are lab technicians, and Liz, you can adopt into that. You're kind of the row to light our candles on page 120. I assured them it's easy because it's electric candles. It's just flipping. We've learned over the years you can't have regular flames out here. Oh, I love it. You can hold them. That's perfect. In your prayer book, page 120. Do you want to do it, Laura? Come back. Do it. Page 123. Because lab technicians, you probably have to test things. So no. Anyone? All right, there we go. Hi. And it is so wonderful. Thank you for honoring us, all three of you. It's wonderful. That was unrehearsed and beautiful. Cantor, I think it might be a good idea because this is our first time having our. Can we do a Shekianu prayer?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, she needs to give me a clip. We forget everything until they start blowing away. We forget what we need.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'ehlianu v'kiyamanu v'higyanu hazman hazeh.
Blessed are you, God, King of the universe, who brings us life, allows us to arrive here in this moment and be together, and we say,
Amen. And the wind just picked up. It's 6:15. Remember that. It's always 15 minutes into the service that the wind starts to pick up. And
that's when God comes, I guess. I like that.
We're ready to do the Chadodid.
I think L'Chadodid, that's the perfect signal. We're going to turn to page 138, 139. We have the first, second, fifth, and 9th verses. If anyone wants to use that as your
You know
lottery
what,
number,
Rabbi?
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Nobody,
whatever
don't
you
buy
like.
your lottery tickets. We'll just do the 1st and the 9th. Or
okay,
the
1st
and the
and
9th.
9th. So
Because we have a lot tonight.
oh yeah, that's okay. So 1st and the
We wanna
9th.
have
We
our
want to
ice
get.
pops.
We want the Shabbat bride to come in already. Okay. So what we'll do is we're gonna sit now. But on the 9th verse, we rise. We face that way, or whatever you want to do outside the tent, and then we bow to Shabbat, and then we welcome each other. When we 1st and 9th.
Bruce is dancing in the Here we go.
Welcome one another. We remain standing for our call of community, page 146, the bar.
So, Rabbi, I'm going to have to get a sea door.
Okay, good. You're going to take mine. It's more important.
No, I don't need it for this, but I'm going to
Oh,
need
yeah.
it, so we'll have
I'll
to time
shift
it. All right, here we go. Where should I
Oh, look at that. You asked for something.
Oh, thank you.
At first.
Baruch et Adonai, Amen.
Let's turn to page 149 at the bottom. We'll read together in the English. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change. Within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Amanu Eloheinu. Page 150, we think about the love that's in this room and in our hearts. page 150. Page 152. Page 154, you may be seated. Let's turn to page 158. When we think of the story of the American Revolution, there's one story of George Washington that really stands out. Of course, crossing the Delaware, right? The Delaware, yeah, crossing the Delaware. And in those frigid waters, the balance of the country really hung. The country itself hung in the balance. And I never really thought about it, but I think that story was, in a way, evoking the story of the crossing of the sea. You have to kind of think that we were kind of reliving the story again. When you know, apart from it, you don't realize. Then you see, of course, it was another crossing of the sea. So we're going to sing the Michamocha, which is sort of a Declaration of Independence from thousands of years ago. That beautiful song they sang after they crossed the sea. 150. Cantor, it sounds to me that version of Michamocha has like a American feel to it. Doesn't it feel like a lot of American songs?
Like it has this nautical feel to it too, right? You know, it's like
It-
sense of.
Kind of like the going up. You know, there's something about the soaring lyrics that often is American song. So I think we're going to go to a more Jewish song
Oh,
with
yeah.
Yismachu. So
We're
let's
going to the Jewish soul right now.
162. Now let's hear what a Jewish version of Independence
all
at the bottom of 162.
Woo! Everybody.
I invite you to rise as it's our summer service. Find a space, a holy space for you to have your private prayers from 164 through 180. Feel free to read in the Hebrew or the English or just your own private thoughts and prayers, and find your own holy space wherever it is. Find a little stretch of this beautiful earth we have here. And whenever you're ready, you may be seated. this is a song that's really going to resonate at this time. You've heard Cantor and Ken do this before. I don't even need to introduce it. Cantor Ken if you want.
I think the intro does it. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that is just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that is just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Bring the heavens down to the earth. See God's beauty and love each and every day. Hold both darkness and light with a gentle heart and sing with joy. Let us all proclaim, oh, say shalom, be say shalom, no, not just for some, oh, but just for
That is what the world needs now. We're going to turn our attention, speaking of love, to healing prayers. It's on page 371. As a community, we are thinking about sending our love out to Gail Ackerholt, Nancy Adler, Neil Agnita, Paula Ames, Judy Bardak, Hope Bongiorno, Samuel Block, Sandy Canty, Sheldon Cohen, Chris Donner, Tina Ferruta, Gabe Ferber, Eileen Gale, Mira Grosser, Adrian Graver, Ernie and Carolyn Grosser, Nancy Hersbruck, Pam Huber, Stephen Hurwitz, Jonah Alexander Hyman, Kenny Jackson, Alex Katz, Dennis Halpin, Granger Hugh Kelly, Gail Lewis, Lynn Legalvo, Ellen McLeod, David Mansfield, Robert McCoy, Kansi Mai, Ronan Ori Nadell, Pamela Nigut, Bill Ostroff, Betty Placati, Robert Poses, Carol Parise, Jeff Pratt, Tamara Ratina, Stephen Rice, Candy Rodriguez, Tony Romano, Sarah Korn Rothschild, Brandon Ryan, Danette Sang, Ernie Sapatelli, Remy Shodwater, Eric Smith, Andrew Sutherland, Tracy Thiel, Adam Timlin, Enjo Topston, Ursaner, Marla Vagaruzi, Judy Van Horn, Gail Willig Smith, Gil Zaretsky, Avram Moshe, Carla Bachana, Yosef Ben Zissel, Chazer Ben Shul, Brina Chaya Bat Zippor, and Risha Bat Zippor. If there's other names you'd like to say.
Kate Dwyer, Don Delibero, Eli Brockman. Teresa Schreiber Worth, Anthony Mariam, Pat Mariam.
Christine Hallion,
Russell Steinberg, Rosalind Silver. Alana Salton.
Marty Crystal's the Burgundy Butler.
Andrew Steinhouse.
Mark Schoenfeld,
Elliot Goldstein and Sophie Bach.
Carol Chuck Howard.
Catherine Spencer.
Rebecca Lucia, Elaine Miller, and Mary Claire Wright.
Bring all those names into our hearts again. The Misha Barak can be found on page 371. Go out to wherever they're needed in this world, in this room, in our lives, and we say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So this past week, the first of the month, I get to go over to the Amberley. And the Amberley, if you haven't been there, it's a wonderful senior retirement center that's right by Transit Road on Maple. And our very own Reliquaris, who helped to organize the groups that I'm there. And often I meet with Bill Hennessy. He was away this Tuesday, but we often teach together. This Tuesday, of course, I forgot that I needed to teach. So 15 minutes before, I was trying to figure out what to do. And of course, this is the week of July 4th. So I sat down with a small group, and we talked about being an American, being American Jewish, or whatever faith you are. We wasn't exclusively Jewish. We talked about what it meant to, what the immigrant stories that we had in our families. How many of you know the immigrant stories, how your family arrived here? How many of you know every part of your family how it arrived here? How many of you know where your family was even exactly from, like what town? I forgot to ask, how many of you actually lived an immigrant story? Yeah, we have a couple maybe. Todd, don't insult me.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, it's amazing, and we were telling stories, and Rella's story is also incredible. Her family and Bruce's family were the first Jewish settlers of Rochester. They were part of that initial group. But as we went through, it was just kind of amazing to hear. One thing that we learned is that, and this is true in my family, where I know a little bit about the story of a couple of relatives that wrote down, but I actually don't know their story before they arrived in America. often, I mean, I'm a third generation America, so this is part of that great migration from 1881 to 1923 that so many Americans came here. And there's no, in the many stories that were collected about relatives, there is nothing about where they came from or why they left. It's really interesting. They wanted to kind of start over. I thought it might be helpful. I was going to have everyone tell their own immigrant stories to each other, but I think for the sake of time, I'm going to ask you to hold that and tell me or tell others, because I think it is really important that we share these stories. They're real gifts, whatever stories you have that have been passed down. And they're reminders of kind of the resilience of people that came here and had to adapt. So I'm going to tell my immigrant story in 5 parts. And 5 parts because our Torah portion is divided roughly into 5 different parts. We're in the book of Numbers, and we're in Chukat. And Chukat is a funny portion because it's not about one thing, it's about many different things. So we have little tiny anecdotes. We have the red heifer, some of you are familiar with. We have the death of Miriam and Aaron in this portion. We have how the Edomites wouldn't let us through. We have Moses hitting the rock. And we have a crazy story about this serpent pole that sounds like the coolest thing that I ever heard, but I don't understand a word. So I'm going to tell you my immigrant story, my family's immigrant story in these 5 parts, just to kind of get a sense, because I think just like in the Torah, which is really, I think, about grief, how the community and how the different individuals are grieving for Aaron and Miriam, what that means, and grieving this really long journey that they're on. So my story, the first story, begins with my great-grandfather, Mike, who was a twin and a redhead. And he came over here as, I think, 11 or 12-year-old. I don't know why. And he came to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Again, I don't know why, other than we had a lot of family that settled there. And the story that I'd like to tell is one that he told, because right away he had to work and figure out his way in the world. And he was in charge of deliveries for a butcher shop. But he said, I don't speak the language, and I don't know the way. How am I going to find it? So he spoke in Yiddish, I'm sure, to the store owner. And the store owner, don't worry, this mule knows the way. And apparently, the story goes that it actually took him step by step by step, and the mule actually knew the way. Who knew? So story number 2. My great-grandfather ended up starting a junk business, which so many different immigrant groups did. It was, I guess, you were basically a traveling salesman. And during the Depression, he didn't have very much, but he had enough. And he would go using the junk business and just make food deliveries all over Harrisburg to make sure people were okay, and would check in on so many people. This was not something that he wanted any accolades for, but it was just showing already by the time of the Depression, he felt already in America long enough that he could contribute. I love that story about him. Story number 3 has to do with my grandfather. My grandfather, and he came from, I think there were 7 siblings, a big family, and he and his brother Jack were very close. And they both applied to the University of Pennsylvania, and they both got in. But it was the time of quotas, and even though he was the top of the class and brilliant person who knew 5 different languages, he didn't get into the honors program there because they had a Jewish quota. And it always stuck with him his whole life that he didn't do it. And he ended up not going, even though he was academic, and he went into my great-grandfather's business with his brother Jack, this plumbing supply business that had started as the junk business. But it was here just a little bit that there was some doors that weren't open for Jews. It was kind of open. Story number 4, this has to do with my father. My father, I was just talking to him, I saw him this past week. He decided to go, he was from Akron, Ohio, and he decided to go to college in New Mexico Tech. And I asked him why. He said he wanted to get as far away from his family. I'm sure some people can relate to that. But he got there, it was the first day. Everyone kind of looked to see, did he have any horns? This was in the late 60s, early 70s when he's in school. And even back then, they were seeing, so that's story number 4. Story number 5, that's with me. The Statue of Liberty in the 1980s, mid-1980s, was refurbished. They redid the pedestal and redid it. And my name, Lazarus. So I thought anyone related down to Lazarus was allowed to go and sit and watch the ceremony. And I thought we'd be allowed to go. Of course, I'm not related to Lazarus. I learned this the hard way. We actually had some family friends that were related. It turns out that our original family name, surprise, surprise, wasn't Lazarus. It was Lazarovsky. It was changed on him. And that was just a kind of reminder, all these kind of little anecdotes of what it means to live this journey through the generation, how it stays with you. You might not know all of your stories, but you know that whoever came here, whether it's yourself or others, that they had to go through hardship. They had to go through that wilderness. They had to make it their way out. They almost guaranteed didn't speak the language, didn't know the customs. They had to learn a new country. And they are what resulted eventually in you. You are a result of whatever they had to do to arrive here. Actually, there was one of the participants at the Amberley, it was the non-Jewish participant, whose family had come all the way basically past the Mayflower. But we don't have a lot of those kind of stories. Any Mayflower Americans here?
Civil War.
Civil War, oh, that goes way back. So let's celebrate these stories. I think that's really what July 4th is. Not just a celebration of our country. It's a celebration of our own family's journey. How lucky we are to be here. How lucky we could do this. This is not something that we would have been able to do in a lot of European countries or a lot of places in the world. How beautiful it is to be together and to be able to sing our prayers in whichever way we choose. Amen. Amen. All right, so we are going to shift to the end of our service, but I did prepare a poem. I've been working, I wanted to kind of express what America meant to me. And I've been working on this. I had written different versions. This is the latest version. It's called This is America. With wet boots and stained shirt, rising on unpaved earth and glittering sidewalk into unseen plains where deer and antelope play, we rise with the dream of happiness into settled land with unsettled thoughts. Pioneers and usurpers shuckled like corn by a platter of barbecued ribs. This is America in all its beauty and all its bluster. Skyscrapers bending into farmhouses with long yards and tall fences. This is indeed America, the one we pray to and the one we fear, the one who will never stop trying to spread its red and white stripes like stars to the upper reaches of a clear blue sky, and who, when sung right, catches just the right waves, perching crisp like a new day before an undulating reservoir of hope. This is America, and despite her faults, I still love her, desperately, fervently, and without reservation. On that note, we are going to turn to Alina, page 586. It's not enough for us just to pray. We need to go out and do good work in this world. turn to Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. And I've been reminded that this is Stanley's yard site, so I'm going to go slow for the Mourner's Kaddish. But we had two recent losses, Bobby Glickman, Stephen McNally. On our yard site list from years past, we remember Doris Ellen Applebaum, Carrie Heshy Balsam, James Boness, Ann Bunis, Stanley Corus, William Diamond, Ida Epstein, Leon Farhi, Mary Etkin, Lena Fried, Cecilia Friedman, Harry Friedman, Robert Friedman, Linda Herman, Bertha Krupnick, Lois Kutzman, Arthur Melamed, Rudy Miller, Mildred Nathan, Sam Paris, Reva Posner, Ruth Angie, Rakin, Mildred Millie Sachs, Ruth Schack, Rudolph Schiller, Margaret M. Schwartz, Asina Schweitzer, Harry Seitz, Charles Sellers, Arkady Shergradsky, Ida Siegel, Eva E. Silverman, Isidore Silverman, Elaine Weiner, Tyler Joseph White, Dorothy Wisniewski, Esther M. Yud, Roberta Sarafti, Yud. If there are other names you'd like to say?
Will Berry.
All whose custom it is to rise. Again, page 598. Yitgadal, Yitgadash, Shmei Rabbah, V'almad, Yivrach, Yirtei, V'amlik, Machutei, V'chayachon, V'yamachon, V'chayei, V'chol Beit Yisrael, V'agalah, V'zman, Karib, V'yimuru B'chaim, Yehei Shmei Rabbah, V'rach, V'elal, Amen, Yivarach, V'yishtabach, V'yishmar, V'yishmar, V'yisnaseh, V'yitagar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shmei Kusha, Riku, V'elam, Mikol, V'yachata, V'shirata, Tush V'chata, V'nefrata, Damiran, V'alma, V'yimru, Amen. V'hei Shalom Rabbah, Min Shemaya, Chaim Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, V'yimroa, V'yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael, V'yakol Yishvei Tevel, May the one who creates harmony and high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. And we say, Amen. All right, Bruce, where are you?
Right here.
And I fear that Stan would say I didn't go slow enough today. Okay.
Now we need Bruce to go fast.
He would also say to keep the announcements brief. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our first outdoor service under the tent of the summer. Thank you. New tent. Beautiful. Thank you to the rabbi, the cantor, Ken, and Adam for everything that you guys did to make the service so memorable. The whole gang is back. It's really cool. And you are a college graduate now. Do you remember? I remember his bar mitzvah. That's scary. Anyway, so thank you to Diane Gordon and her two helpers for greeting this evening. Tomorrow morning, we have Torah study at 9 a.m. It is at Temple Beth Tzedek, also via their Zoom. Shabbat morning service is at 11 a.m. It's at Canterbury Woods. All this month, our Tikkun Olam team is collecting for the Buffalo Prenatal Perinatal Network. They need diapers, sizes 5, 6, and 7, baby wipes, baby towels and washcloths, and personal care products for women, shampoo, body wash, and lotion. And also, we collect non-perishable foods all year long. So anytime you come to services all year long, please bring something, fill the bin.
The bin
Howard
will be
brought it
outside.
And the bin will be
We'll
here.
outside every week.
I saw Howard bring it up. Way to go, Howard. Anyway, so every Friday night when you come over the summer, bring some food, and it'll go to a good cause. And there is no better mitzvah than feeding the hungry, and we do that here all year long. The women of Shir Shalom will be having their chai tea, not high tea.
Not chai tea.
Not chai tea either. No chai
I
tea.
misread the flyer. I said, oh,
They're having chai tea? No, it's a high tea. And it is on Sunday, July 20th. It's at noon. They're going to have a basket auction, a 50-50, photo opportunities, and entertainment provided by the Niagara Frontier Chord Authority. Family and friends are invited. There are some flyers, I believe, it on the table here. And if you'd like to know more information, talk to Sheila Bernard or Marina Finkelstein. The deadline to RSVP is July 15th. And also the Women of Shir Shalom Summer Picnic will be Sunday, August 17th at noon. That is at the home of Marina and Mark Finkelstein. They're going to have a potluck. Marina and Mark open up their pool to everyone, and they'll be looking ahead to their year of programs. So that should be a fun event, even though some of the women of Shir Shalom tend to get a bit rowdy at that pool party. I'm looking at you, Julia. Anyway, it's always a lovely, lovely event. And thank you to Marina and Mark for hosting it. We're going to be back with Shabbatas a week from Tuesday. That's July 15th. Thank you to everyone who supported last week's Shabbat. It was our best ever. I mean, we couldn't keep chickens in our hand. We were selling them. People were coming in. Do you have chicken? Oh, they were. The chickens were flying away. So anyhow, it was a very successful. So thank you to everyone who either volunteered or supported it. Next Friday. Next Friday, Hawaiian Shirt Shabbat. Look through your closet, or as Alex says, look in your drawers. How many rabbis tell you to look in your drawers? Really?
How's your shirt doing?
It's ready.
It's ready?
It's ready. I have the world's best Hawaiian shirt, thanks to the cancer.
Listen, folks, I think I was counting and I kind of ran out of fingers. There's at least 9 musicians and the choir singing, and it's just going to be a hoot. It's going to be wonderful.
Hawaiian Shirt Shabbat next Friday night, followed by our summer kickoff cookout. Summer kickoff cookout, yes, which is sponsored by Sonia Sugarman. Thank you for doing that, Sonia. We appreciate it. Philadelphia trip leaves Monday. Yeah, well, we got to control this dude, especially on the bus. He's going to start singing Jewish camp songs on the bus. 99 bottles of Mogan David on the bus. 99 bottles. Anyway, who's going to Philly? We wish us safe travels, and we look forward to sharing our stories about our trip to, it's not his hometown because he wasn't born there, but it's where he grew up. So we'll have lots of stories about Rabbi Alex's childhood. Pardon me?
We could. It's only a few miles.
We're going to see his parents. Yeah, she'll cook dinner for the whole bus. We'll see his parents actually on the trip. Summerfest, Saturday, July 19th. That's at 7 o'clock p.m. Celebrate our mitzvah year with a DJ, a fire pit, dinner, dancing, and dessert. Only $15 a person. That's a busy weekend because Friday night is Noah Budin. And then you're leading the service the following Friday?
Yep.
So-
Cancer and I are both away.
Wait, I can't look at you. You're not the president anymore. Who approved
trying him
that?
out. We're trying him out.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah. Are you sure you want to go away?
No worries.
Are you sure you want to be off?
No, not off.
We're looking for new talent.
Oh, okay. So, all right, you guys are
A young
brave.
rabbi.
Anyway, so Adam will be leading the service the last Friday of the month. If you need anything at all, feel free to reach out to the rabbi, the cantor, Todd, Joe, Joanne, or myself. We just have a gang of thousands here to help you, because that's what we're here for. And please join us. We have a summertime Onik Shabbat ready to go.
I think we got some ice cream.
I think we have ice cream. Ice cream, ice cream. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom, and again, welcome to summer at Congregation Shir Shalom.
All right, so I think we're going to stand for this last one. It's on 680, 681. We have a American medley.
Yes, we do. We got God Bless America,
And they have
and
fireworks.
then America the Beautiful, and it's on 680 and 681. If you can rise, that would be wonderful. We don't have a flag here, but
Well,
we
I
have a
can
lot
hear
of
the
flags
fireworks.
featured on it.
I heard the fireworks go off.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free.
books to the front to Bruce over there, minus your leaflet, and enjoy your ice cream. Happy July 4th and Shabbat Shalom. Go Bills!
How are you doing? Good, how are you?
I just offered to do fireworks next year.
Hi, Alan. Hi, Rob.
Nice to see you guys. Good. Okay, no drama. Nice to see you too. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Oh, do you take pictures?
Better than 6. Good to see you again. You can be very nice to yourself for a day or two here.
Hi, Mark.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, goodness. Well, thanks for the encouragement. You know, Bruce, of course, had to, you know,
She's good. She's a really good talent. I've learned a lot.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, I just got text actually.
I am.